here we are, week something or other of the PPL. Oh god, PPL. As this week, your Cotswold Whimsicots are going up against Drew and his New York Marauders. No, wait, that's not it, is it? Is it? Yeah, it's New York. Let me check. Hold up. Yes, it is. I knew it was, but like, I second guess myself. You know, I get terrible anxiety in these things if I don't check before, and I didn't check before, and then I'm like, I've probably got it wrong. Like, since Nexus week 1, I mean, I have a reason to be anxious. But anyway, by the by, Drew and his New York Marauders. I have always wanted to play against Drew. Like, literally one of the first people I watched in Pokemon YouTube. One of my favorite Draft League players. Like, since I started playing Draft, or even watching Draft before I started playing Draft. So this is like, I always say that I have kind of like a bucket list of like content creators I would love to battle against. This is one of those battles. And I've started off the video low energy and confused. So good. I've not changed. Good to know that everything's still the same. Anyway, you can see the matchup. I don't think I recorded an intro for this video, otherwise you've had 2 intros. I don't think I did record an intro, but who knows? This is the professional content you've come to expect. This week I changed the nicknames on the Pokemon. I know you want serious Pokemon analysis, and I know that's, my channel is known for really in-depth analytical content, obviously. But you need to go to like another level, right? There's one level which is team building, EV spreads, matchup analysis, things like that, right? How I made these plays. Next level, nickname analysis. So this week, I changed all the nicknames because we weren't winning, and that can't possibly be because I'm either a bad player, a bad builder, both, and horribly unprepared and unfocused at the moment on Pokemon. None of those things can be true. It must be because my nicknames are unlucky. So we changed the nicknames, and we went for weeb nicknames. We went for all anime-themed nicknames because I don't know why. I just felt like it might bring me luck. Right now, I'm very trying to focus on my PhD. Everything anime, that's what my PhD is partly about. So I'm like, do you know what? Let's even make the nicknames anime, and like, I'm just going to keep myself a little racehorse with his little blinkers. I'm going to stay tuned in. And here, I was like, he should probably think I'm Scarf, right? And he shouldn't risk me U-turning him for Scarf. But I didn't know off the top of my head if I outran him, even if I was Scarfed. I assumed I probably would because I'm quite fast. But I still didn't want to chance it, so I didn't. He could have been like Sash, like Screens and Explosion or something. I don't know. I don't know what he was doing, so I didn't chance it. And by the fact he went into Registeel as well, by the way, manly fucking play. Now it makes sense, because if I'm Scarf, I'm clicking U-turn, and if I'm not Scarf, I'm switching out. So it was a good play, but a manly play nonetheless, bringing in your Steel type on a Mienshao. Well, I think it's manly. I respect him for it, regardless. So the nicknames, right? We tried Walla Walla Ting Tang last week, to which I got a DM saying it's Walla Walla Bing Bang. It is. I have never heard a lyric right in my life. At my old job, they were playing, is it Lizzo? Is this correct? Is this what the young people listen to? Lizzo, I think. Yes, I think that's right. And she had a song about blame it on the juice, I believe. And for about 18 months, it was on our work CD. I would come home singing Blame It on the Boots and would walk around at work singing Blame It on the Boots, because in my head, Lizzo, this lovely young lady, had just bought herself a fantastic new pair of boots, and she was acting up because she was feeling those boots. Do you know what I mean? She was feeling herself in those boots. No one could talk to her. If she was being disrespectful to you, blame on the boots. I spent a lot of money on these boots. Apparently that's not true. That's not what the song is. And that isn't the same song as the one that has something about partying in America. Party in the USA? I don't know. I thought they were the same song. I used to sing them into each other, and Katie used to get very angry. I'm not good with music at all. No. Especially pop music. Confuser scares me. This was cool, right? This was cool. What was that? Thunderbolt? Like Thunderbolt Special Registeel? That's cool. That's pretty heat. And we get paralyzed because... why wouldn't we? The game plan here was to rely on nickname luck, and it's not gone well. And then plan B was to just get hazards up and try and kill things. And that one's going a bit better, because we have got a spike up now. Although nothing's died, so I guess only like a little bit better. But yeah, you get the idea. What were we talking about? Lizzo. Why? Blame on the boots? I don't know. Where were we going with that? Walla Walla Ting Tang. Yeah, I got that one wrong. It's Walla Walla Bing Bang. But it doesn't matter. None of you are old enough to fucking remember the song anyway. It's just me and Dave. We're the only ones that know. So shh, be quiet. Pokemon analysis. That's what we're here for. Right. He's revealed this, and then wait. This gets really cool. You ready for this? This is. Don't spoil the reveal. Oh, I spoiled the reveal. With Custard Berry, you might have seen it at Team Preview, which, what's happening? What's happening, lower me? Oh, there's a dog! There's a dog! Do you see him? Look at the dog, playing with a spring. Hello, dog. Woof, woof, woof. Hello, dog. Anyway, I got a Custard Berry, and I'm like, maybe I should save this shit for later, and then I'm like, no, because, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Let me just use it now. Look at my old man blanket, and my legs are cold. And then, dog reveal. And while I'm revealing my dog and Custard Berry, he reveals weakness policy. It's all going on. Look, I'm terrified. Oh God, what's happening? Nobody knows. Anybody ever watch QI? Nobody knows. I need that like jingle right now. Look how long my dog is. I've got such a long dog. It's almost as long as Jack's trunk. Anyway, goodbye, dog. Good content, thank you. Anyway, apparently I'm angry with her. I don't know why. I don't know what she did. What did she do? She probably squeaked at me. She squeaks a lot. I used to call her Sergeant Squeaks. Maybe she's... What's above a sergeant? Has she moved up? Has she been promoted? Sergeant General? I don't know. Corporal? What's one of them? Major? Major Squeaks? I don't know. Someone tell me what the next rank is above Sergeant. I don't know, but then you don't get the alliteration of Sergeant Squeaks. Anyway, we're getting off topic. So we reviewed the weakness policy, so I'm like, shit, I need to kill this thing. Luckily, I have a Mien Shao. I never remember how to say this. Mien Shao? Mean Shao. Don't know. Anyway, also, doesn't his thing look quite like him? Like, I feel like my little player in game is, like, decently accurate, but his thing's pretty accurate too. Like, we both... I think Game Freak modeled these on us. That's the only solution. Actually, my hair's probably a bit too long now. I probably need to update the hair in game. We're getting sidetracked. Have I got anything to tell you about life? I drove that car, my old car that I was telling you about. I did manage to drive it 3 hours with no brakes. Didn't die, as you can tell. Turns out, what had happened is, it had gone to the garage, and they had taken the brakes apart, as I told you, and then I had assumed when they tried to put them back together, they were so rusty and decaying that they just didn't really go back together properly. Sort of true. What actually happened is they, poking around in them, poked a hole in whatever line it is or something that carries the brake fluid. I'm not a mechanic, but something to do with the brake fluid. So that all drained, and that was it. That was the whole thing. If they just plugged the hole, I would have still had brakes. Like, I think that's a relatively easy thing to do. Like repairing a puncture on a bike, right? You just dip it in some water and find where the bubbles come out. It seems easy to me. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. But a bit of sellotape over it, job done. Or, if you're feeling really expensive, a bit of gaffer tape. Do you have gaffer tape in other countries? Does anybody know what gaffer tape is? Masking tape? I don't know. Anyway, put some of that on it. Job done, right? The brake fluid's not leaking. I've got brakes. That's all it was. That's all it was. So yeah, I took it to another guy. Well, I know. I took it to my family. They're having a look at it. And yeah, basically just like, it's actually in really good condition. The car's really okay. It just needs like a little bit of work, and they were basically just ripping you off massively. Oh, and also, when I got there, they were like, it's a good job you did not drive at like even 5 miles more. And bear in mind, I've been in this car for 6 hours combined since I got it back from the garage, because they were like, your front left wheel was about to drop off. Like, the bearing was gone. The wheel was about to drop off. They gave it back to you with the wheel. And they did say to me when the garage gave it back to me, the one guy at the garage said, I don't really want to give it back to him. The other guy's like, we have to give it back to him. We don't have another car to give him. They're like, all right, okay. And he said to me, don't drive it too far because your wheel's going to drop off. I'm like, I live an hour and a half from here. And he's like, well, okay. He didn't say the wheel was about to drop off. He said, your wheel's not in great shape. And I was like, okay. But it turns out the wheel was about to drop off. Literally, I could have been driving down the motorway at 70 miles an hour, and my wheel just I could have seen my wheel through my window. Goodbye, wheel. Imagine that. That wouldn't be good. So yeah. But I lived. I lived to tell the tale. And the car, it turns out, was actually okay. Like, it just needed the brake fluid replacing, and it needed a new brake caliper. Actually, no, it needed a new brake disc. The caliper wasn't too bad. I just put 2 new tyres on it, and that was really about it. So I bought a new electric vehicle. Well, I haven't. Me and Katie together have bought a new electric vehicle for a lot of money. To us, at least, relative to us, it's a lot of money. And it turns out we didn't really need to. We could have just fixed the old one, but the garage was ripping me off. And what are you supposed to do if a garage is ripping you off and gives you a car back with no brakes? So not only did they rip me off, but they tried to kill me. I guess to hide the evidence of ripping me off. Maybe it was all schemed. I don't know. It was a whole fucking thing though. But I'm here. I've survived. It's fine. What's happening in this game? Let's talk about Pokemon. We don't talk about Pokemon very anymore. Here I genius play, predict the encore, because we all predict encores all the time, and pivot out into Kareha, the witch doctor, who told me what to do. She said, ooh, no, and go for the flamethrower. It's really hard to do post-coms in this generation where you actually focus on the game, because the game just doesn't move that quickly. I think I'd have to like chop it up and then post-com over it. Or maybe I just need to pay attention. It's hard to say, really. Or make edits now. I could make an edit now. I'm not going to, but I could. I'm recording this, and I'm breaking the fourth wall as I love to do, at 7:30 p.m. on the day it was supposed to be uploaded. So technically, I'm pretty sure I was recording it at like 10 p.m. last week on the day it was supposed to be uploaded. So I'm getting better. I'm further away from the deadline this week than I was last week, though I'm still cutting it close. And my stomach has been going mental. It might be because I ate an entire tub of Ben & Jerry's yesterday and I'm lactose intolerant, and then followed it up with half a tub today, but, yeah, and I'm lactose intolerant. That might be why my belly sounds like something out of Jurassic Park. I'm not sure. Look at this. Look at this. This is the lovely thing about having a Pokemon with coverage, right? You make the neutral play where the Flamethrower would kill the Ninetales, or it kills a potential Registeel switch into the Sludge Bomb. I really like this Galarian Slowking. I wish I had drafted this from the beginning, but it usually goes extremely early, at which point I'm still usually trying to pick up like offensive pieces or Trapinch. I guess like I can't complain when I pick Trapinch, Whimsicott, and Zoroark. Can Americans say that? Like, you know how Americans can't say squirrel? They just go squirrel. Do you think they just go Zoroark? Or can they say Zor? I can't say it. Why am I fucking throwing shade when I can't even say it? That does so much damage, by the way. The thing is so fucking strong. It is ridiculous. I think I start calcing it, because I'm like, how does that do so much? I think I'm worried that like I'm in Aqua Jet range. I'm like, does that put me? I don't know. I can't remember. I don't have a memory for these things. Something's going on in my head, maybe, hopefully. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so I can't really complain about not getting Galarian Slowking or Hisuian Samurott, which I really want to draft. I can't complain about not getting either of those when I am picking memes at the start of the draft. I am my own worst enemy in pretty much all aspects of life. Does Hisuian Samurott still have little like swordy things? Or are they no longer swords? Can someone send it back? Oh, well, I'm getting distracted by something. What's happening? Oh, the camera's turning. Oh, there's a dog. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, what are you doing, dog? No, why would you put it back on you? Nobody wants to see you. Go back to the dog. Oh my, what kind of, why am I subscribed to this guy? What? Where did you see your ugly mug? There was a, is me and shower dog? No, it's like a weasel? Or like a, I don't know. Heard a weird story the other day about a ferret. I don't know if I should share it online. It's a bit grim. Maybe trigger warning for what I'm about to say. And do I share this story? I think I will. So there was a group chat. I wasn't in the group chat. I got told about it from other people that were in the group chat. Trigger warning for like animal cruelty, I guess, like accidental. This isn't a funny story. I don't know why I'm telling it, but I feel like I've got to now, because you're going to be sitting there thinking, what the fuck did this man do to a ferret? I didn't do anything to the ferret. I didn't touch the ferret. Oh my god. My lawyer will be in contact if you say I did anything to the ferret. There's a WhatsApp group, and I heard about what had been going on in the WhatsApp group, where basically someone in the WhatsApp group had posted being like, they'd been asked to do something, they were like, no, not today, I'm having a really terrible day. And somebody else in the WhatsApp group was like, oh no, like, what's happened? And they were like, oh, my ferret died today. They were like, oh fuck, this person really loves the ferrets. They got lots of ferrets. They train them for like agility and like, I assume there are ferret shows? ? Like, I assume he doesn't train them for agility in like a sort of post-apocalyptic, like, if almost everyone in the world died and it was just me and my ferrets and we had to survive, they would hunt for food for me. I assume that's not why he's training them. But now, I want to watch that TV show where there's just a man and like 80 ferrets. His army of ferrets in the post-apocalyptic. I Am Legend with Will Smith, but instead of the dog, it's 80 ferrets. great movie. Someone hit me up. We'll make it. Anyway, by the by, he trains them for agility. I assume to show them at some sort of ferret carnival that must surely exist. And one of his ferrets, he'd been starving it because he claimed it was overweight, so he hadn't been feeding it, which, I'll be honest, my personal subjective opinion, I don't know anything about ferret training, I don't know anything about ferrets, clearly. It seems a little bit mean. Like, I guess if your animal's overweight, like, you do have to put it on a diet, but from what I gather from people that know this person a lot better than I do, because I don't know them very well at all, he'd been like starving it, actually like starving it. So he let the ferret out of its cage to feed it, and when it came out of its cage and he was like putting its food down or something, I think it bit him because it was. This is really dark. I don't know why I've done this. I don't know why we're here. It bit him because it thought it. Like, it was a fucking starving ferret. Like, I don't know how intelligent ferrets are. They have small heads, presumably have relatively small brains. I know not everything works in correlation like that. You know, I have decently large hands and feet, for example, but a tiny, tiny brain. So, not everything goes in scale. Anyway, enough about my Freudian issues. Would that count as Freudian? Is having a tiny penis Freudian? I suppose it is if you show it to your mother. Which I don't, just to clarify. Where are we right now? Back to the point. The ferret bit him. So this isn't funny. I'm laughing at my idiocy, not the story. This has gone so wrong. Somebody send help. I shouldn't be here right now. So this is worse than the video that I never showed you where I was talking about being 17 in a nightclub. This is much worse. Or 16. I think that's 16. Yeah, 16 in a nightclub. Jesus. Anyway, back to the point. So the ferret bit him. So he was like, to discipline the ferret, he trod on its neck. Again, I'm not a ferret expert. I don't think starving your ferret... And again, I don't think the ferret was fat. I think he just wanted it to be slimmer for its show to make it more agile. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that standing on its neck is not the way to discipline it. And he was like, I guess I did it harder than I meant to, or longer than I meant to, because it died. The ferret died. And he was like, saying this in the group chat, and was like, he was really upset about it. He was really whatever. And I couldn't help but feel when I heard this story, like, maybe I just know nothing about ferret training, but like, why, man? Like, why? Like, you're so upset about this, but then like, why were you doing that? Like, I have a dog, right? You've seen my dog in this very video below me. If my dog bites me because I've not been feeding her, to discipline her, I won't tread on her neck. Like, I probably won't discipline her. I'll probably just laugh and be like, she bit me. What an idiot. I have no discipline at all, apparently. But that's not the point. I feel like that isn't the go-to anyway. I feel like my go-to would never be, I'll tread on you. Like, if I have a child, for example, one day, and the child bites me with its gummy, grotty little mouth, I'm not going to tread on its neck. I don't know. It's just, the whole thing threw me off. And I don't know why I shared it with you, because you're now probably all as upset as I was when I first heard it. So, Freud, hey? He was a strange guy. I don't know where we go from here. I've talked myself into a corner. Let's talk about Pokemon. I've wanted to battle Drew for years. It feels weird calling him Drew. I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to call him Drew. I don't know him personally. I mean, he seems absolutely lovely from the DMs we had. One of the nicest people that I've interacted with, just like first interactions, DMs back and forth. I was talking to him about how I used to watch his live streams of ukulele. Some of you might remember that, probably not many. It was a long time ago. But yeah, that's my, like, when I think of him, I think of me sitting when I just got together with Katie not long afterwards, and I was living with her in her student accommodation. I remember sitting and watching on my TV in her room his live streams of ukulele. Anyway, so I've been waiting all this time to battle him. So excited to battle him. And I'm here talking about this stuff. Why? And I don't have time to re-record this time. I'm going to have to upload this, so I can't even put this behind a light goal. You're just going to have to fucking watch this nonsense. Here we sent out Nina, which, if you know the reference, is as upsetting as the rest of this video. And I'm like, alright, I think I just killed. Like, oh, dog! Oh, yes, bring back some happiness to the video, dog. Oh, yeah. Look at that tail boner. She got a right stunk on. What is she doing? Good dog. Alright, oh, did his horns just shine red? Did you see that? That was pretty wicked. Dog ears. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I just sweep from this point. I'm pretty... Oh, his tail looked painful, though. It was all, like, twisty. That looked sore. I guess if it's just hair, it wouldn't be that painful. But if that's, like, I don't know. It looks sore to me. I didn't like that. It's like a Suicune's tail. It makes me uncomfortable. Like, where's it coming out of and how does it work? And, oh, I don't know. Something about it. I don't like... Oh, am I just going to show you my crotch? Yeah, apparently. Here's my dog. It's my crotch dog. Probably shouldn't call it that. Are you allowed to call your pet your crotch dog? Do you... I mean, I often use the phrase crotch dog, but I'm not usually referring to Emmy. I usually have a bun in one hand and a tube of mustard in the other, and I'm asking... Let's stop the mental image there. Okay, we've gone too far. The game's over. I don't want to upload this. I hate making these videos now. I should stop. I'm gonna start doing live comms because I can't trust myself with post comms. I have no filter, and I always record these unmedicated. So my fucking brain just says whatever the fuck it wants, and it's never good. These are becoming like a liability. One day I'm gonna be sued because of these. I don't know what you could sue me for. Talking about my crotch dog, giving you mental images of my penis in a bread bun with mustard on it. Yeah, that seems suable. Alright, okay, I'm just gonna leave it here. This is a fucking shit show, but we won! We won! The dog did something. Not my dog, not my crotch dog either. The dog in the game, Nina, the dog, the Houndstone, did something. And yes, admittedly, Drew didn't know that Last Respects wasn't banned, so he didn't prepare for Last Respects. And that's the only week it's done anything. But small victories. Like small penises, we take them when we can get them. Just end it here.